Now that 1916 is drawing to a close, it's time to take stock of what this year has brought, and it has to be said, it's been a challenging year. There's still no end to the war, and although the forces of all the warring nations are stretched to the limit, not one of them is prepared to make peace. All year, a rumour has been flying around the Russian capital that the Prime Minister Stürmer is a German sympathiser. He's a German surname, after all. Incidentally, the name Stürmer means stormtrooper in translation. So now the elderly stormtrooper is to be removed from his post, not because he's a bad Prime Minister or a lazy Prime Minister, but because he is allegedly a spy who wants to conclude a peace treaty with the Germans. Meanwhile, another man in favour of peace, the Home Affairs Minister Alexander Protopopov, is to keep his seat in the cabinet despite the fact that everyone, including Tsar Nicholas II himself, believes him to be insane. Protopopov has his eccentricities, it can't be denied. He's been known to speak to icons, for instance, but nothing is to be done about him. As far as the Emperor is concerned, sickness is not a good enough reason to dismiss a loyal minister. The Germans, in fact, want peace very badly. Austria, Germany's chief ally, has recently lost her unique and irreplaceable leader, the Emperor Franz Joseph, who ruled the country for just short of 68 years. Over that time, more than one generation of Austrians was born and grew old, and still the Emperor reigned, until in late November 1916, he caught a cold while out walking in the Schönbrunn Park and died. There's disquiet too in the Russian imperial family. All the relatives of Nicholas II detest his wife, the Empress Alexandra, especially since she's come under the influence of the preacher Grigory Rasputin. Now all the talk in high society is of getting rid of Rasputin and sending the empress to a monastery. Alexandra Fedorovna, incidentally, is similarly ill-disposed towards her detractors. She dreams of sending all the opposition leaders and all her husband's relatives to Siberia, or even better, hanging the lot of them. It has turned out to be such a harsh winter that all action on the front has ceased for the time being. Alexander Blok has been promoted from his position as frontline clerk, the ensign Valentin Katayev has been awarded a medal, the private Velimir Klebnikov is waiting to be demobbed on account of mental illness, whereas conscript Kuzma Petrov Vodkin is waiting to be sent to the front. Kazimir Malevich is at the front already, but his thoughts are far away. He's writing an article on Cubism. A new exhibition by the Jack of Diamonds group of artists has opened successfully in Moscow, with Maleevich's pictures the center of attention, so now he's a celebrity. The other new star is Vladimir Mayakovsky. His first collection of poems, As Simple as Mooing, has been published in the capital. Maxim Gorky, meanwhile, is planning a very ambitious project. He wants to publish a collection of children's stories. He's trying to persuade international luminaries to take part, and has already managed to come to an agreement with H.G. Wells, Nansen, and the newly minted Nobel laureate Romain Rolland. It is not, however, a very good time for publishing. The Russian economy is in crisis, and there are already shortages of some goods in the capital: butter, sugar, and galoshes. Those who can manage it are trying to go away somewhere for the new year. Zinaida Gippius and her husband, Dmitry Merezhovsky, are off to Kislovodsk in the south. Gippius is very uneasy about the future. In her opinion, the country may even be heading for revolution. Anna Akhmatova, on the other hand, is coming back up north from the Crimea to the village of Slepneva to meet her husband, Nikolai Gumilev, who has returned unexpectedly from the front. The man in command of the Black Sea Fleet, Admiral Kolchak, is back in Sevastopol. He has grand plans. He hopes to put an end to the war, making a surprise attack on Constantinople and annexing it to the Russian Empire. Not now, of course, but in the spring of the new year, a year that will, in all probability, be far happier and successful than this year, 1917.